SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's the morning. No, it's not the morning after a thing. It's, I guess it's 2 days after a thing, a big thing, wherein a bunch of people died, as we discussed last time. For just a second, I'm putting away my gun. Just seems like a good thing to not be just trotting around within my hand. I actually am a little unsure on how many people died, because Kim said 7 people died. The 3 mercenaries, and then Glenn and Theo and, who was the other one? Angus, right? And then Elizabeth. But he also mentioned Shanky, who he didn't mention in the account of how the fight went down whatsoever. So I was confused at the time as to why Shanky died. I am still confused as to why Shanky died. So I intend to ask about that. I'm guessing the thing to do is, talk to, his name is escaping me right now because my brain is a rotting corpse. But, the Titus, the leader of the Hardy Boys. I intend to ask him, see if he has any idea what exactly is going on here. And also, I intend to apologize for getting Elizabeth killed, because I feel like a certain amount of that was probably avoidable. Elizabeth's death, I feel like, was almost certainly avoidable, because I failed a logic check and then she got shot to death, and it's pretty much a direct path there. So, yeah. Anyway, I've already looked at the tasks I got here. The main thing is just going to be going out and taking stock of what is even left at this point. I've got 4 skill points, for whatever that is worth. I don't know if I should be spending it on my thought cabinet at this point. It seems like stakes are pretty high, but I do have at least one thought that is entirely useless. So once I take stock of things, I might... maybe it'd be a good idea to do it now. I've got 4 skill points. Is there something I want to work on here? I'm a little more interested in bankruptcy sequence than indirect mode of taxation, but it's also 5.25 hours of -1 empathy, which doesn't sound great as far as I'm concerned. What is my empathy at with just the equipment I'm wearing? Plus, oh right, I'm not wearing my empathy shoes. I could wear my empathy shoes. That might help a little bit. And then just cancel that out with the thought in my brain. Because layoff season, that's a long time to have that, but I suppose I could turn it off if I feel like I'm going to need empathy. And I'm going to need empathy this whole time. Never mind. Screw it. Save your skill points for now. Okay. Hello, Kim. Thank you for tending to my wounds for a day and a half, apparently. Also, it's worth noting that my physical health did not heal up despite the fact that 2 days have passed. I guess that makes sense since I was, recovering from a bullet wound. But I seem to be able to walk fine. Can I run? I can run. That's kind of surprising. All right, well, let's look at things here. What's this? Newly replaced glass, shining in the morning light. You hear traffic outside, back in the world again. I seem to be that, yes. Ceiling fan? Hello?
The fan stands still.
Well, then I have no interest in it. The couch, is there anything to say here?
The bed's a little nicer now. You could get a good night's sleep here.
I mean, I could if I wanted to spend $30, but I don't, so yeah. Bathtub? Oh, hey, what? Look, the door's open. You can walk right into Kim's room. I can? You see gleaming white enamel. No bottles inside. Okay, well, we're going to check out Kim's room if possible here. But what's this? This Stereo 8 player has been reunited with its right speaker. That was me. That was my doing. Sorry. Mirror?
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely.
It's just Harry. Can I just, in fact, open this up? I can. Kim, you're going to let me just do this? Kim's just going to let me do this. Interesting. The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. Okay, that's why he's always up before I get there, huh? Medicinal supplies in the cupboard. Mercurochrome, a scalpel, antibiotics. Oh, right, because of tending to my wounds. That makes sense. Do you mind if I read these documents on your desk there, Kim? Is this cool? Are we good?
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
Uh-huh, and I'm doing this directly in front of Kim. Do you have anything to say about this, Kim?
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
He closes the notes. Thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer. Point to yourself. I'm such a burden. I should just fuck off. I saw apocalyptic visions of the darkness, behind darkness, behind darkness. I thought I was dead for a moment. So the only thing I can do to thank him is to do it in a very self-deprecating fashion. So I'm kind of leaning towards I thought I was dead for a moment. Having him deal with Apocalypse Cop after having to deal with, bringing me back to health over the course of a day and a half seems like a little much to ask. So I think I'm going to go with I thought I was dead for a moment.
Back there on the plaza, I think you very nearly had a heart attack. Alcoholism has damaged you more than bullets have. We should go.
There's a small pause. Okay, gotcha. And I can't check this any
I
further?
am sure neither of us feel solid enough to keep loitering in this room. Let's go.
Okay. Understood, Kim. All right. I can't go out the front door of Kim's room? Okay, we got to go back through mine. I say mine, but I haven't been a paying resident here for days, so really it's not mine. It was nice of Garth to let me recover in there, honestly. Anything on the balcony I should know about? Let's have a look, just to be certain. We got to be certain about this, Oh boy, there's something down there. I don't think I can look at it from here. I can't. Okay. Well, certainly there are things that were going to require my attention as soon as I can get out of the whirling. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to check in with Gart. Well, I don't have to. I could ignore him, but I'm not okay. Hang on. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay? Okay, I wonder if I'm actually going to start taking physical damage if I keep running. Claudia's room is still open, despite the fact that she ain't here. Looks like she left something on the table. What's that?
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note, a few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door.
Okay, continue.
See you at the return. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
Okay, so she knew that we would come looking for her, because of course we would, because she promised she would still be here. And she also knew we were probably going to run into Ruby, who would send us directly back in her direction. Gift upstairs. Okay, continue.
A gift.
The lieutenant turns to the staircase suspiciously, looking for any signs of another presence in the shadows above. What could this gift be? Seems she left in a hurry. Leave. Let's discuss the gift.
I am not drawing my gun. Yet. But I don't like gifts.
Continue.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note.
Right. Well, I feel like we both have reason to be a little jumpy right now.
Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
Presumably, yes. Seems she left in a hurry.
It's hardly surprising.
That is true.
You look at her rough, jagged handwriting on the note. She was in a rush, but not panicked. Deliberate. Focused.
I mean, she's been in this scenario before, it would seem. She's fled successfully in the past, and she's fleeing again. And that's just her life. And as I have not intervened, then will continue to be her life. I suppose her drugs are still here. Not that I really need them.
The medicine cabinet is empty. Not even a toothbrush.
I bet this is going to be electrochemistry commenting on the drugs being gone.
Pity.
She's really cleaned this out. I was kind of hoping the gift would be in here. That's a drugs thing. No. She's going to clean this out.
She certainly had her priorities straight when she was packing.
The lieutenant nods. Close the cabinet. Okay. Right, well. Yeah, all right, upstairs. What's this? A red thread made of nylon. It leads out of the room and onto the roof. A sniper angle. If I'm not mistaken. Well, let's look at the window real quick, just in case there's anything different.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes. A man and a woman. Only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
To the cupboard on the wall. Okay, continue.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
The lieutenant tests the thread with his finger. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez. B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime.
And outside of B triple prime, we have at this point checked and debunked all of those. So where does the thread lead? Let's hope it's B triple prime.
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime.
The island. The place that I can't get to. Well, hopefully that's going to make it a priority so we can figure out a friggin' way to get there. I'm really thinking it's going to be that bunker, because the bunker is facing directly towards the island. I know it's just supposed to be a stockpile, and there's not supposed to be any way into it, but I'm guessing that's because you can't get in there until this point in the game. But that's metagaming, and I don't honestly know. Continue.
The island in the bay.
Is she trying to tell us the shot came from the islet? How did she know how to do this? Okay, let's start with the obvious.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
He nods. This is also the only point of origin we haven't ruled out yet. This is true, but let's go ahead and ponder how she knew how to do this.
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
I guess that's true. Right, because we only got in here after the glass had been replaced, right? Right, okay, continue.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
Right. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense now that you mention it. Continue.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
Of course we don't trust her. This is her way of saying she's sorry. I just don't know. It's the only clue we've got. We can't just discard it out of hand because she's lied to us consistently in the past, which she has. But I can see where it'd be tempting to do so. Saying this is just her way of saying she's sorry almost feels like being a continual sucker. But then again, I've been a sucker the entire time, right? I didn't arrest her. And like Kim said, maybe that was the good person thing to do, but it doesn't actually help us solve the case whatsoever. That said, if she didn't feel some remorse for not telling us everything, she would have just left and that'd be it. So I'm going to go ahead and be a sucker.
I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make?
This is also the only point of origin we haven't ruled out yet.
So it is.
Continue.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem unenthusiastic. Maybe we need to go to the island? Yeah, that's not going to work. There must be something else we've missed. You do seem unenthusiastic. It's true. That's the empathy check.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. You've been tending to me the entire time.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything.
I suppose we've been trying consistently for, well, from my perspective, a week, but from yours, even longer, and nothing has panned out whatsoever. It does feel like we're getting closer, but we don't actually have any solid leads, as you pointed out. But we gotta keep trying. So maybe we need to go to the island? The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water. Kim, let's go to the fucking island. Go! I'm going to the island. Are you in? Go. Actually, yeah, let's not go to the island. No, go. I don't want to force his hand. But I am going to go to the island. Let's give him the option to back out if he really doesn't want to. I don't want to do this without him, but I'm not going to force him.
Of course. I mean...
He nods. He takes a second to gather himself, then says,
How do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone.
Lillian, the net picker, she's tarring her boat. I even thought of that back when I was like, how do we get to the island? Joyce and Lillian were my main two leads, but yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I have a rapport with Lillian, so she might be willing to boat us over there? So yes, let's go with that. The other option is I have no idea. Don't we have a boat? Of course we don't. Lillian.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Right, but before that, we got business to tend to. I'm going to check on the balcony, make sure nothing has changed out here. This. The thread is tied to the antenna. Okay, that's what he was talking about when he said unless the shooter stood on top of the antenna, which would be entirely ridiculous, of course. Let's check the back room, make sure nothing has changed back there. No tampering with the evidence, as it were.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
I do, but it's probably been added to by ours over the course of these last few days.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Okay, that's the same thing he said the first time we looked at it, which means we do not need to be here. Let's move on. Okay, and I need to remember to not run, because apparently I am going to start taking damage if I do. So, let's just walk, and hopefully I'll be okay. Elevator. We'll just come out in the kitchen, like a normal person. Sneak up on Gart. He'll never see it coming. And by it, I guess I mean me. Oh, man. That sucks. Look at that. They're down so many people. He's got plenty of reason to be angry, but I did my best. I genuinely did. I just wish I'd done better with Elizabeth at the very least. Gart. Hi, Gart.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
He looks you over. I did, thank you, big improvement. It could have used more work. After all, I just took a bullet for this place. You did? I was too distracted to notice. Let's just thank him. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that for me. I'm not even a paying customer. Haven't been for days. And I broke everything in there, so he was just cleaning up my mess. Thank you, Gart.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire.
Not all of its clientele, but we got some of them. And by got, I do mean defended. You're still poking at that bird. I can't help but notice. Didn't I replace that? Anyway, continue.
I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He clears his throat. I mean, yeah, I don't blame you for backing out at that point. It's not like you were armed. What were you exactly going to do? And plus, I know that you came out and started shouting after I got shot. So, even though you went inside, you were still keeping an eye on things. I'm glad you didn't take a bullet, Gart. Continue.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
Yes. I don't blame you in the least, Gart, but I am off of that for now. Where did everyone go?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
He looks around at the empty place. What happens to the man with the sunglasses? Okay, so I have to mention, when it happened, you were right out there on the balcony. All right, thanks. The man with the sunglasses, my partner, my other partner.
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
He shakes his head. Okay, so he just wasn't paying that much attention. I guess that's fair enough. He was out there. I heard him shouting. I don't remember seeing him on the balcony. I was a little distracted, but I'm curious where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a badass.
He nods, trying to remain aloof. Yeah, I guess you are a badass. If you say it as two different words like that, it sounds like there's something wrong with your ass. Just nod, stoically. This is kind of funny, and it does kind of sound that way, but I am just going to go along with it. I guess you are a badass.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking. And also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die.
Oh boy, I know that feeling, Gart, and it's not a good one. He feels the need to explain himself. Right, continue.
He means it. It's not just boasting. It's something he discovered about himself, stepping onto that balcony.
That must have been quite a moment for you, Gart. Well, I hope you're okay. All right, thanks.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
He looks around the empty establishment. Did I see another thing at the Whirling, Gart? Let's find out.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
I didn't, actually, it turns out.
Yes?
Goodbye. Thank you, guard. So technically I can stay here for free. I might do that. I feel like the shack in the fishing village is really quite nice, honestly. It's quite nice. I don't know if I'll be welcome there. No, never mind. Isabel welcomes pretty much anywhere to stay there as long as they don't make trouble. And I haven't made trouble for them necessarily, but either way, I think it would be a good idea to be sleeping next door to Kim just in case something happens while we're sleeping. But we may not even get a chance to sleep after this. I don't exactly know how much time we've got. Hello, how are you? You're still here. That's kind of surprising.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Okay, apparently I don't have anything to say to you.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Goodbye. This man never has anything to say. I'm guessing now is no exception. Don't run. Your foot, your leg. You've been shot. I'm actually kind of surprised I don't have a giant gaping hole in the center of my trench coat here. My toy maker? It's all about money, you know. He says, I wonder if this guy is a reference to something. I don't honestly know. Toy maker's coat, is it? Is that what the thing is called? Pinball maker's coat, right, that one. Since, I was wearing it when I got shot in the chest and it hit my body armor. Which I'm not wearing now, but I don't feel like I need to at the moment. Man, they're down to 3. It's just Titus, Eugene, and that guy whose name I can't actually think of right now, but I'm guessing they're not going to be super pleased to see me, but I did do my best for you. Genuinely. Hi.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
Continue.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately.
He lets out a whistle. Continue.
That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that.
He looks at you with unmistakable respect. Oh, right. It just occurred to me, with the shot that I made, it may be safe at this point to take the T-500 thought out of my thought cabinet. But then again, if, in fact, what is it, Crenell? Is that what they're called? If they're going to send more, if they're going to send backup, well, I guess it doesn't count as backup when your squad has been wiped out, but if they're going to send another squad to kill everybody, I suppose they'll probably be wearing that armor. Then again, I only have 1 bullet left, so... Anyway, you were saying, Titus, sorry.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
Shake it. No need to thank me, just doing my job. Shake it. This was a pillow fight compared to the gloaming that is soon at hand. We shall all perish in the coming cleanse. Shake his hand and nod in silence. Don't shake. Look, I need to talk to you. Actually, I just came to say goodbye. Leave. I'm kind of inclined to go with number 3. No need to thank me, just doing my job is something you say when you take a cat out of a tree as a firefighter. It's not something that you say after intervening between a small mob and a group of heavily armed mercenaries and killing all 3 of them. I mean, admittedly, that wasn't me. I killed one of them, and Kim, as far as I can tell, killed the other 2. Apparently there was a bunch of gunfire that happened at some point that got Angus and Theo killed. I don't know what happened there, but as far as I can tell, Kim killed both of the other mercenaries. Like, he shot one in the face, and he mentioned specifically that he killed the woman. So, oh, that reminds me. A while back, when I was being tortured by Ruby, she mentioned that I came to town with 2 men and a woman, and I was like, whoa, that could be the mercenaries. No, of course it couldn't. No, of course it couldn't. Because the victim was already dead at that point, and I should have known that. So in case that was bothering you that I came up with that, yeah, I figured out that probably was not the case. Plus, they didn't seem to recognize me at all before we shot them to death, and they shot me twice. But or not recognize, but we didn't seem to have that kind of relationship. Now, admittedly, with the rifleman there were 2 men and a woman again, so it is possible there's some relation, but I really doubt it at this point because I actually used my brain. Anyway. Not in silence, I think.
Now, how can I help you?
His grip is strong and friendly. I'm sorry about the people you lost. What's going to happen to the Hardy Boys now? Do you know what happened to Claudia? Any idea what I should do now? So long, fellows. Be good so I don't have to come back here again. I'm starting with apologizing about the people he lost, because I still feel terrible about, particularly Elizabeth.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed.
His bruised face stiffens. Continue.
But Lizzie and Angus, they were just stupid kids. Didn't realize the shit they got into before it was too late. I feel responsible for both. For all of them, really.
He gulps. Of course you didn't want anyone from your crew to die. You were just trying to do what you need to do to keep the Union safe. I get that. Your Union and your people. Continue.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer.
The last one? Theo, Angus, Lizzie, Glenn. Continue.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit.
He takes a sip of his beer. Hold on, where's that Shanky fella? They were good people. I'm sorry it went like that. We are born in this world to die, it seems. Maybe there's redemption in that. At least it ends one day. This is getting dark. Let's talk about happy stuff. I do want to know what happened to Shanky.
Dennis, that poor little rat is dead too. I always thought he'd run. But no, he stayed. Stupid, brave fella.
He shakes his head. Man, I didn't even... Okay. So Shanky's dead too. I'm not saying the Apocalypse Cop thing or the dismissive thing. They were good people.
Well, yeah. Memento Mori. Right.
Right. Continue.
Memento Mori, or remember that you must die, is a slogan various religious orders have thrown around since the dawn of mankind to emphasize the vanity of earthly life and the transient nature of all earthly pursuits. In essence, it means one should live virtuously in this life to live better in the afterlife.
That one I actually did know, Encyclopedia, but thank you for bringing it up, I guess. My options kind of stink. I'm not really sure that I'm not sure that really applies here. Yeah, totally. What does that mean? So it's actually acting against me that I know what Memento Mori actually means. I wonder if I should play dumb then. Because this is being pedantic. This is obviously being hesitant. He kind of thinks I'm an idiot anyway, even if he does respect me for shooting that guy in the face. I'm just going to let him... I'm going to just let him explain it.
It means you might die tomorrow. So live every day like it's your last. Ain't that right, fellas?
Continue.
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good-looking girl. 'Cause tomorrow, a motor carriage might run me over.
If you're lucky, I'm afraid. Things are going to get bad. Continue.
Or you might die of a heart failure. Or syphilis.
Continue.
Hey. Fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
Well, they're bantering the way that they keep their spirits up, I suppose. What's going to happen to the Hardy Boys now?
I guess I'll take a closer look at our Union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads.
Fair enough, I guess. You got to start rebuilding somewhere.
Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows, and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy Boys.
He pauses. Okay, fair enough, Titus. Glad you made it then. Do you have any idea what happened to Claudia?
Don't know. Don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
Titus, after all we've been through, level with me. You really liked her, didn't you? Same here, man. Okay, got it. I don't know how much he's going to want to talk about it. But I gotta at least ask, yeah?
Nope.
Really? Continue.
He did.
Okay, got it. Same here, man. Now, okay, got it.
He nods and takes another sip of whiskey.
It's not a great thing to be asking him if he has any idea what I should do now, and I do have an idea what I should do now, but I guess I could just see if he has any opinions on it. There are definitely options with Titus that you're not supposed to pick, but I feel like the need to build my authority with Titus is pretty much over at this point, probably, right? I mean, I guess I don't know what's going to happen if and when the mercenaries descend upon us, but let's go ahead and ask.
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
Fair enough, Titus. He looks at your bandages. Continue.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Janrock. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all Rebacho.
You're actually trying to... Okay, continue.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
That's not gonna... It's not my... Continue.
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
Continue.
It sincerely amuses him how hard these guys typecast themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Continue.
You're welcome, MacLeod. You're all right in my book.
Titus's response is completely unironic. All right, so long, fellows. Be good so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
I mean, death passed on us 2 days ago, more specifically, but yeah, he says that with a warm smile, which is the most pleasant interaction with Titus Hardy I think we've ever had. Continue.
Copo Loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Shamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
He nods to you and then to the lieutenant. Continue.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
We did. Continue.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, copper.
And that's an invitation I wasn't expecting to get, but okay. And... Huh. All right, well. I guess let's get out of here. Boy, it's going to be a long walk to get anywhere, isn't it? Wow. Okay, right, this. That's a day. The return of... With the... No, I can't read it. I don't know. My French is way too rusty. Let's see if Harry knows what it says. I gotta look at it from over here, apparently. I'll just casually walk across it. It's fine.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil.
So that will be, Cindy, presumably.
This was Cindy the Skull.
Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece. I smell heavy fuel oil. Leave. Okay. I'm glad I figured that one out, because didn't take much. I mean, it wasn't easy success, but yeah, anyway.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
You probably shouldn't touch that with your bare skin, but do continue.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
Okay, continue.
The return.
That's the return. But I can't... I'll just have to translate it myself afterward. I don't know this... One day... This is I don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's a verb. The return... I think this is with the... And I don't know what... Wait. Toi? Isn't that... No. That's not you, right? No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. Does this have anything to do with the return Claudia is waiting for? Say nothing. I'll go ahead and bring it up.
Could be. In Revachol West, someone somewhere is always whispering about Le Retour. It's an aerographito, meant for coalition aerostatics in the lower troposphere.
He squints his eyes at the writing. Yeah, that makes sense. Writing it this big. I did think well, no, wait a second. I was going to say I thought I recognized the handwriting, but isn't this the same font that I made my message with? It looks similar. Like maybe there's only so many ways you can... there's only so many ways you can write a giant message with fuel oil. I don't know. Continue.
The return to her side.
The return to her side? Continue.
The return of light.
I smell heavy fuel oil.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
How can you tell? Continue? Or no, you mean the blood stains on the ground. Right, of course. Continue.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
What are you trying to imply, Fingers? No. Bad idea. I'm gonna get a task to light this on fire if I don't say this, aren't I? Fine, bring it on. I can always just add it to my list of tasks that I'm never going to accomplish. Unless I do accomplish it, I guess.
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer.
Light the graffito on fire with a burning cigarette. What a great idea. Leave. I'm probably not going to do that. Although I'm sure it would be quite a scene. But I'd have to actually smoke a cigarette first, which is something that I'm trying not to let myself do. I don't know if it matters. Wait, I was going to check in with Kuno after the thing that went down out there, but I forgot. Kuno probably hates me now, doesn't he? Because I didn't give him his speed. I'll try talking to him anyway.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool.
He shrugs. Who's saying that? I guess that's true. Did I start? No, I mean, I guess that is true. I mean, I did shoot a guy in the face too, but apparently people aren't talking about that. I guess it's true, because I mean, it is.
Cool. That's very cool to Kuno.
He nods along. Continue.
Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different.
Fair enough. Continue.
Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that.
He says, looking at your pathetic limp. Okay, cool. Continue.
Feels good for some reason.
Does it? Okay, pain threshold. Great. Okay, I'm off.
Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there. But Kuno's got his eyes on you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Who knows?
Kuno starts doing the "I got my eye on you" gesture repeatedly. That's interesting. Apparently, our relationship has advanced beyond Kuno doesn't fucking care. I wonder what that means. There's really no point in trying to talk to Kuno S, is there? She just starts screaming every time Yeah, okay. Don't run. I'm going to leave it alone. Not the issue of approaching her. I wasn't meaning to refer to Kuno S as an it. Although, you know, with the level that you interact with her in this game, she kind of gets treated like an it, doesn't she? Okay, well, let's see here. Should I check in with anybody else before advancing? Is the bookshop closed? The lights appear to be off. But maybe they just don't have their lights on during the day? Bookshop's open. Hi. Did you hear about what happened? Probably. Anything to say about it?
Oh my god. Things have gotten out of hand. I thought the psychic stuff was bad, but the crime, it's even worse. I haven't been able to come to work for 3 days. The shop has been locked. No sales, gangbangers running around, shooting everyone. I know I shouldn't have bought a shop in this ghetto.
She unloads immediately. I'm the one who got shot here, ma'am. Say nothing, stare at her. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up.
Oh my god! Even the police can't take care of all of this. Just look at that limp. Someone should do something about this.
She rubs her pendant between two fingers, thinking, I don't know why I was expecting sympathy from you.
Maybe I should close the bookstore and open a psychic studio. Yes, it makes sense. Crime is the sixth element, you see. The darkest element.
She nods to herself. Weren't you the one who specifically said, when I said that you should probably close down the shop and move away, that you couldn't close the shop because it's everything you have? And here you are just considering closing the shop anyway. I mean, you're probably talking about opening up your psychic studio in the same space you've already got here, because you've already got it after all. But either way, that's, yeah, go for it, I guess. Have fun, Plaisance.
I could teach people to protect themselves against bad energies and to fight crime.
No, it sounds like a plan. Life must go on after all. Honestly, I'm not sure what to think of it. A psychic studio? This is even worse than a bookstore in Martinez. Does it matter what I think of your plan, Plaisance? You don't care I got shot. You don't respect anything that I've done on your behalf. Admittedly, I did kind of fumble the investigation into the back rooms as far as you're concerned, because I didn't play it in the same dramatic style that you would have hoped for. Sure. You know what? Friggin' do whatever you want.
Yes, what Martinez really needs is more vigilantes roaming the streets.
Oh, right. Protect themselves again. Continue.
Exactly. It's a brilliant idea. Thank you, officer. I'm going to start drawing up business plans right away.
I'm fairly certain Kim was being sarcastic.
In the meantime, do buy the books. As many as you can. They won't be here for much longer. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Determination shines in her eyes. Okay, well, you don't have any more books for me to buy, so bye. Annette, don't grow up to be like your mother.
Hi, Ace Detective.
Okay, see you around. Sorry. I figured maybe you would have something to say, but in fact, no. All right, I kind of want to go check in with, what's her name, Hannah? The dice maker? I don't know if it's really worth the journey, but again, everything happens instantaneously in this game, so I'm going to just wander back there, okay? I'm going to be walking, so I'll skip it. Hi there. Do you have anything to say about this whole thing that happened outside a couple of days ago?
Oh, it's you again.
Nope. Then that's okay. Okay, let me get out of here. Okay. All right. Well, I know that by all accounts, or by Kim's account, which is the only one that really matters here, I cannot get back into the harbor. But I still want to go have a look at the area. Oh, hey, Johnny. Maybe he'll have something to say about all this. I feel like we had at least something of a rapport. Hi.
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive?
He assesses the situation. Alive and limping. I've been better. It hurts like hell, man. I'm alive, all right.
Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it.
He nods thoughtfully. It really did, didn't it? Continue.
So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show.
Yeah, the case seems kind of done. Gonna check on a few last things. I'm still looking around, loose threads to tie up. It wasn't the local union muscle, by the way. Is there any point in spreading word that it wasn't local union muscle? I mean, if they're just... I don't know. This is definitely a choose one and ignore the others kind of situation. I kind of feel like, well, I don't know. It's details about a case that's still an investigation. But I know it wasn't Titus and his crew. They're trying to spread the information that they did it, of course, but they also got really, really shot for that. I'm just going to tell him.
Hey, that's just what I heard. Old wives' tale. So, what next?
What's the difference between these two? I guess the main difference is in this one you say the case seems kind of done, but it's not. It's very specifically not. We didn't find who did it yet. So loose threads to tie up. I'm going with this one.
Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you. But hey, you're still breathing, right?
Yeah. I met the lady driver on my investigation. She's called Ruby. I don't know. I mean, he's not going to be super pleased that I found her, but he'll probably be happy to know that she got away. So I do kind of want to fill him in on that. But he might just stop talking to me if I even bring it up. I don't know. But apparently I'm telling Tommy everything, so let's just do it.
Okay.
He seems a little apprehensive.
Is it wise to share information about the case like this, sire?
Is it?
The lieutenant throws you a quick glance.
Continue.
What are you doing?
Got it. So I shouldn't tell him that she slipped away. Because it's case-sensitive information. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Because I don't use my brain. I don't think like a cop. But if I say I can't share anymore, he's just going to get worried.
That's probably for the best. You keep your job to yourself. With a job like yours, you have to.
He's okay with it. I was expecting him to take it so well. All right, that's all for now then. Sorry, Kim. Didn't mean to make you nervous. All right, let's just go have a quick look at the harbor and my inability to get in there. I also actually am going to stop by I'm going to stop by Freet and buy some more painkillers. Yes, I've got 5, but I know how vulnerable I am now, so I have $46. I may as well use it, right? Hi. Hi, I'm here for drugs, but not those kind of
A
drugs.
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
There we go. I need Druamine.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Cool, thank you. All right, okay. Now, against all odds here, I am not, in fact, going to use that immediately. Because I'm doing fine. If I start taking physical damage, I will heal it up, but... Hey, Manana's still here. I wasn't really expecting that. Anyway, I just wanted to buy it in case things get really, really, really ugly, which they very well... Excuse me, they very well might. Hi, call me Manana. How you been?
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Danger comes with the boyadero lifestyle, right? Yeah, I got shot. No big deal. It really hurts, Manana. Pain. That's what your strike brought upon us. There's no point in saying it's no big deal. Of course it's a big deal. I can barely walk. But I don't know if there's a point in trying to put the guilt on Manana. No. I mean, the strike is the... Okay. If the strike hadn't happened, then yes, that encounter wouldn't have happened over there. But if the strike had reasons to happen, I assume. I don't know what negotiations exactly were like with Wild Pines and the Union before the strike, but I assume there were reasons that this was necessary, right? I assume that... Well, I'm assuming a lot. I don't actually know. Either way, I'm not going to try and guilt Manana just because I got shot in the leg. It wasn't his fault specifically. Arguably, it might be Everard's fault. But anyway, I'm not doing it. Danger comes with the boyadero lifestyle, right?
There are types of danger. The one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer or getting mauled by wildlife, not bullets.
He shrugs. Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace, though. You have a true boyadero heart.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but alright. So where is everyone?
Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being.
You can't help me get inside. What's going to happen next? I'm guessing I can ask both these questions, so I'm going to start with you can't help me get inside?
No, man. Not today. Today is war.
Yeah, that's what I heard from my partner, too.
He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal.
Well, I mean, it is a matter of fact, so fair enough. What's going to happen next?
Time will tell. I'll tell Everard you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad.
He shrugs. Will he now? Who knows? I guess he might be glad I'm alive. He still probably considers me an ally, but who knows if that will continue once he finds out that I forged that signature. So what will you be doing now?
I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am.
He surveys the red flags draped from the harbor gates. Continue.
Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live.
I'm sure you'll do good. Try not to get shot, eh? It's a little grim. I'm sure you'll do good.
You know it, friend.
He smooths his mustache with his hand. All right, good talking to you, mañana. Let's go see if Measurehead's upstairs. I don't know why I would want to talk to him, but I'm checking everything out, so I may as well, you know? Rattle, rattle. Thunder clatter. All right. No, he's not even up here, is he? The full lockdown means he doesn't need to be here anymore, and that means I can loot the box that was behind him! Ha ha ha! But I no longer have that thought that would probably make it better loot. But whatever, what's in here? $1. And nothing else. I sure got it, and there was an empty spot in that box, which I suspect was for the better loot I would have gotten had I had that particular thought that gives me better loot. The Jamrock Shuffle. Whatever, fine. Whatever, it's fine. I got $1. I guess that's good. It halfway paid for my painkillers. It's gonna have to be enough. I want to see if any of the other drivers are still here. The Boyadero talk got me thinking about the Pale driver. I don't know if anything's gonna be different, though. Probably not, but I want to at least check in with her. And then I want to call my station. Wait, she's gone. Johnny's the only one who's still here? I mean, I guess the racist lorry driver was also gone, so that's not too surprising, but... Or wait, was this her? I can't even remember where she was now, but she's gone, isn't she? Yeah, this is where she was. And she's gone. Okay. Everyone's run away except for Tommy. Gone into hiding. Ceiling too, I assume. This is Ruby's cab. Was there anything else in here I needed to check out?
A lorry abandoned by its owner.
No. We good. Alright, I need to get back to the square. Can I actually cut through here? No, I can't? Okay, well, I'm gonna let him do some walking. Catch up with you in a minute. Kim is getting a little impatient, I suspect, and who can really blame him? But he's been so patient with me so far. I'm sure he'll bear with me. All right. Let's call the station.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone,
okay,
a pull-out toolbox.
Radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I have the opportunity to report this, but I'm fairly certain that Kim will have already done that. Precinct 57, we've been attacked. I repeat, Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi and then she's going to be like, yeah, we know already. It's probably kind of ridiculous to even assume that hasn't been reported 2 days after, but...
Something is wrong. Only static hisses through the speaker.
Hello?
No reply. Only the mindless drone of static crawling through the air.
Well, that I wasn't expecting. Continue.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations and jamming outward communications to protect themselves from Cronel.
The lieutenant shrugs. So we can't use the radio anymore. Continue.
It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on like nothing happened. That is, if we don't want us cut off the grid completely.
Ah. Okay. So they just specifically have muted me when I try to report this. Isn't that dangerous? Okay, turn off the radio. Isn't that dangerous?
No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men, I hope.
He glances over his shoulder.
I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The street seems safe enough to me. If anything, taking out the mercs made things calmer. For now.
He flicks off the radio. Silence. Continue.
You can try calling again. Just don't mention the tribunal. And remember, they are listening in.
Right, got it. Continue.
Everything sounds okay. No drumbeat of total war yet. If anything, everything sounds too okay.
It really does, doesn't it? Continue.
In the cabin, you see...
Radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I
Okay.
assist you?
The 41st, please. I know you're going to sigh in a put-upon fashion, but it's the only way I can call them. I'm sorry.
Right. Please hold.
Thank you.
10-4, come in. Firework, over.
I'm really sorry, Jules. I wish I could change the way that you have to address me. I've heard that some people think of me as a La Puta Madre's peone. Do you think I'm corrupted?
10-4, sir. Well, there's been some talk, sir.
There's a pause as he seems to mull it over behind his enormous radio microphone. He finally says reluctantly, that last thing, some talk? What does it even mean there's been some talk? Do they think I'm corrupt or not? Does it mean people know that I'm a dirty cop? Because I am. I'm the dirtiest, most dangerous cop in Revachol. My reputation precedes me. I want you to know that I would never, ever do anything like that. I'm not taking bribes, Jules. Do we just ask the clarifying question? Do we try and defend myself? It's just going to sound like I'm attempting to cover for it, I would imagine. Let's just push him on it. Do they think I'm corrupt or not?
I only meant that there's been some talk in the station, that's all. But there's always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are.
I kinda don't is the thing, 'cause brain problems, but do continue.
But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over.
Task complete. Task complete? Okay. Over.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
With those words, the cabin becomes silent again, the radio microphone resting on its hook. Close the door. I need to... Is it... When a task is completed, it doesn't actually get any... It doesn't get any more information. So my station thinks that I am on the take. Or at least some of them do. But who knows if it's actually true or not, because I can't remember my own life. Wonderful. Wonderful. Is there anyone else I should check in with? We could talk to Cindy about the graffito. I'm kind of curious what she'd have to say about it, if anything. Plus, it takes me forever to walk across town now, so if I want to talk to anybody on this side of town, I want to do it now. Oh, hey! Gaston! Speaking of people on this side of town. How are you?
Mon Dieu, officer. It is worse than I thought. Believe me, I know all about that kind of pain. I've had hip trouble for the past week.
He looks at your wounds. Hip trouble. I'm sorry to hear it, but I'm not sure it's quite the same as getting shot in the thigh, but continue.
Maybe it's time to slow down. Enjoy life a bit. Anything I can do to assist you?
He smiles apologetically. Apparently not. And I can no longer ask you for your sandwich, which would probably be the only thing you could do to help, so I guess bye. Thanks for the sympathy, I suppose. Alright, well, I'm gonna hobble my way across town to talk to Cindy. See you when I'm over there. She's gone. I didn't even notice it as I was walking by at first. I guess let's go down to the pier and make sure that nothing changed down there. Occurs to me I can scroll out to be able to check a little bit faster. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay, well I guess let's check inside the apartment complex, but I think Cindy's just up and left. Huh. I wonder what that means. Hi. Do you have any idea about Cindy? Probably not.
Give me a moment.
Have a few questions about the apartments?
Ask away, policeman.
It's going to be exactly the same conversation about Cindy, isn't it?
The RT?
Yeah,
She leaves an old lady.
She mumbles.
Cool, thanks. All right. I guess let me just walk out to the balcony and make sure she's not somewhere around there, maybe lurking in that back area where she supposedly lives. Back here, you know? Probably not, but I'm gonna at least look. Nobody. Nobody and nothing. I hadn't noticed a picture of a cat over here. Very nice. Yeah. Nobody and nothing. Alright, well, I guess let's get out of this particular region. I wonder if I really do need to be walking everywhere, or if I'm just taking it way too deadly serious. And is just gonna have thoughts about it now and again. I have no way of finding out aside from trying to run and potentially taking physical damage, and I'd really rather not, so I'm just gonna keep walking. Let's check on Ceiling first, if he's even still there. He is! He's back! That's unexpected. Ceiling, hello. How are you?
Wow!
Wow, what?
A cop limping down the street, bleeding from the shoulder, face bruised, looking like hell? You know what that is?
Me?
Cool! That's cool!
He nods and settles back into the pile of boxes. Okay. Thank you, I think, Ceiling. Guess I'll be on my way. That's cool, is it? What kind of cool, I wonder? Because I got into an armed confrontation and de-escalated things the only way that I had available to me? Or because you like seeing cops get hurt? I wonder which one it is. I'm gonna go check in with this guy. Hi.
Between you and me, this is why I don't get involved in local politics.
He looks you up and down. You're calling this politics? Well, someone has to. Yeah, I shouldn't have either. I mean, in a sense, it was politics. It's not really worth questioning that. Politics is complicated and messy, and sometimes feels best to just ignore. I recognize that, but I'm going to go with, well, someone has to, because I had to. It was my job.
So it goes. Now, what can I do for you?
The pawnbroker nods gravely, then shrugs. Okay. Let me just leave then, because I got no further business here. Nice chat, Roy. Okay. Okay. I wonder if it even allows me to fast travel anymore. On the one hand, I want to check in with everybody I can, but on the other hand, I kind of want to test that. So I'm going to walk my way back to the square and see if I can fast travel to the fishing village. What was their breakthrough? Lillian. Right. So I'm not going to talk to Lillian yet, but I want to check in with, at the very least, Isabel. I know I'm getting close to the end of episode time, but I'm guessing that speaking with Lillian and going from there is going to be a next time thing, so in case you were wondering, that's where I'm thinking we're going with this. All right. Can I fast travel? I can. Well, that's convenient. Great. Isabel, how are you?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I got shot! Sure, why not?
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here.
I definitely tried not to, let me tell you. I was afforded very few other choices in the situation that arose. Continue.
Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
The woman chuckles to herself. This is no time for jokes. Can't you see I'm in pain? I guess you were right. The men with the guns were coming for me after all. No, I guess you were right.
I'm not sure those were the loss of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
She nods. By my kind, do you mean police officers in general? Or do you mean like people like me? Continue.
Then we'll be ready for them.
I mean, that would be ideal, yes. Okay, I'm off. All right. Is there anybody else I want to check in with before we... I'm kind of curious if the guys at the church have anything to say about all this also, but I feel like that's going to take more time than I want to spend on this one episode.
The scruffy-haired little...
Of course the kids have no idea what's going on. Why would I even check in with them? That would be stupid. Hey kids, did you realize I got shot? Do you have any thoughts on that particular matter? Would you like to sympathize with me in my almost mortal wound? What was I thinking? I have to go all the way around to get to them. Man, why are those trees so inconvenient? They successfully sealed off that little encampment, and they're probably not going to have anything to say to me anyway, so I don't know why I'm spending the time to walk, but I am. If anyone's going to have anything to say about it, it's going to be Doom Spiral, but I'm guessing he won't. But let's just at least check in with him.
Man, you're like bleeding now. Reality's really messed you up.
Thank you for that observation, Doom Spiral. Anybody else have anything to say about my wounds?
Legend returns. You
Nope.
know the dark.
Nope. I don't even have any reason to bother you, do I? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Okay, alright. Alright. I am going to check in on the church, too, because it feels dopey having all these, like, half conversations with people who are just like, man, you sure did get shot, huh? I suppose I could go scare little Lily with my bullet wounds. Not much point to it, but let's at least check in with her, I guess. Checked in with everybody else. Hi, how are you? I'm shot.
Mister.
The netpicker's daughter waves at you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Great. Wondrous interaction. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to get any worse than... I wasn't expecting anything to change. In fact, it would have been weird if it did. She'd be like, wow, you've got bullets in you or something. But I don't have bullets in me. It's not true, actually. I'm fine. I'm not fine, but I could be a lot worse. Church! I see the party is continuing in here. This is not too surprising. How you all doing? I'll never dance again, probably.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Okay.
Goodbye, officer.
I don't think that anybody in here has anything to say about this, but if anybody, maybe Noid would? Hello, Noid.
No, man.
No, okay. People in the church don't have any thoughts on this particular matter because they don't expect you to come over here and check in with them. That's perfectly reasonable.
What is it?
Okay, I'm letting you leave. You're not even going to turn around and notice I've been shot. Egghead, you got anything to say?
Good morning.
Okay, bye. Is there even a point in checking in with the cell? Almost certainly not, but I'm doing it anyway.
Hard cop.
I got shot in the leg. Point at your limb. Yes! Acknowledgement.
Ouch. I did notice you limping, but I thought maybe it was your thing or something.
She looks at your leg. My thing. Okay, fair enough. I do have a lot of weird things. Understood. Continue.
When I was 16, I used to date this guy who had a limp, but it only showed when he was sober. So I guess it wasn't real or something. I don't know.
Wasn't real? Either that or he drank to hide the pain, I suppose. She shrugs, eyes glazed over. Continue.
Anyway, shot in the leg. I'm sorry. Man, that must suck.
She turns back to you. Well, thank you for the sympathy, Estelle. That's it for now. Weird that Estelle's the only one who has anything to say about it, but I guess she's paying more attention than the others? They're still all kind of caught up in the nightclub thing, I guess. Perfectly fair. All right, well, I guess we're not going to have a more climactic encounter than that, because again, I'm only going to talk to Lillian at the start of next episode, because I don't want to get started on something that I'm going to regret, so... Right. Well, thank you for watching. Sorry it kind of dwindled out to nothing at the end of the episode there, but I just wanted to make sure I checked in with everybody around town. See if anybody had anything else to say. But next time, I guess we're heading to the island? Because there's literally nothing else that we can possibly do to solve this case. So that's nice, I guess. See you next time.